it's really, really hard to crystal ball things, but you sort of, if everyone's been saying that volatility's been increasing for the last decade at least, whether it's climate volatility, seasonal for farming, price spikes on the markets, petrol, bananas, you name it, whatever. But if you look at things over like very, very long 100-year trend lines, they sort of generally head in the same direction. And yes, the governments have printed more money, so the price goes up. But effectively what they've done is they've deflated the value of the Australian dollar or the US dollar. So we're getting less for it. Unfortunately, wages aren't picking up. But everyone has a job. On the positive, everyone enjoys a drink. Maybe everyone is also more health conscious than they were. I'm starting to sense that Australians are very physical, mental health aware, and are maybe trying to moderate their consumption, which is a good thing, rather than binge drinking. So we're probably still going to see the same mega trends we spoke about before, premiumisation. So instead of buying a slab of VB or Carlton and drinking on a sad day afternoon and watching the footy or the barbecue or whatever, and feeling worse for wear on the Sunday and not mowing the lawns and not spending time with the children, people are saying, well, maybe during the week I'll have a heaps normal so I can get up and function, and then in the weekend I might treat myself to a 4-pack of my favourite craft beer. So, and when they do that value equation, the prices are still good, but I think we're probably going to see consumption of alcohol in total drop, but the quality of the spirit or the beer will improve.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that to me says that the people that are going to suffer are going to be the majors where all the volume is and where all the there's going to be your AB and BEVs and in Australia obviously CUB, because if the volume is being taken down and it's being more premium, then that would make sense, wouldn't it?
It's interesting you say that, because a guy much smarter than me, who was the founder of one of Australia's largest independent breweries, who's no longer independent, so you can do the guessing there, told me that there's two areas of the market where you can do really, really well. You can do really, really well if you're CUB or Lion, who produce beer at absolute scale and very efficiently, and they will always do well, and they can also muscle up to Woolworths and Coles and sort of stand toe-to-toe with them. And as the economy, if times get tough and the tradie, doesn't like the price of diesel and the Ranger, then they might trade back to a slab of VB or a slab of Lion 2Es or 4X Gold. At the other end, there are people who have a lot of money and are always wanting the absolute best, specialty cheese, the best sparkling wine, the best craft beer and things like that. It's if you're in the middle that you get hollowed out. So CUB's not going anywhere, Lion's not going anywhere, Asahi, Asahi owns CUB now, and Coopers. But if you're a middle sort of a craft brewer who maybe you started in Brisbane or Sydney and you're pushing into another state, if you're overstretching yourself financially and you don't have security over your immediate local precinct and you don't have your beer in every single bar and your beers in every bottle shop, and you're not making outstanding product for that top end consumer, you're at risk. So it's the people in the middle of that curve. And so it's like with bread making, you've got artisan sourdough selling at $8 at your local regional bakery, and then in the supermarket you can get something for half the price, but it's only Tip Top or Vogel's.
Yep.
So I would say it's the mid-size people who are maybe a bit lost, not sure what they're doing, what their purpose is or reason for being.
So things like the more expensive bread in the supermarket might be could be the sufferer. No, it makes sense. It's always the middle class that get hollowed out.
Unfortunately, that is happening. Yeah,
okay.
That's actually happening on a global scale. The middle class is getting hollowed out. It's happening in the United States as well.
Yes.
But the middle class actually provides the wealth for a democracy. But that's another topic for another podcast.
Unfortunately, people that lead the countries and states have kind of forgotten about that a little bit. But which will be, absolutely, it's a different conversation. But
yeah.